Hey, this is the Aroma Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing Champagne Apple and Honey. This is a 3-wick candle from Bath & Body Works. Packaging wise, I like this one. It has a full wraparound label in red with a beige color lid that has the BBW logo imprinted on it. You have the text in gold foil, which makes it stand out and shine when the light hits it with an apple silhouette. I'm not a packaging whore, but I thought this was actually well done. So I got this in fall 2024, and this seems like a regular fall staple for BBW because it seems like it returns every year. It is currently available in stores with 2025 packaging, including a full body care lineup. I think you can still find some of the 2025 versions in stores now, and it is also available in single wick as well. It seems to return every year, but has a short shelf life because it's got to be gone to make room for holiday merchandise. Now, when I say fall 2024, I mean summer 2024 because, as you know, stuff is released a season early, so when it is actually finally that particular season, usually the items are on sale or clearance, etc. So this came out late summer 2024, probably around August, and I was really excited about it. This was a new candle for me, first experience, because I only started shopping at BBW in 2024, and I know it's crazy that I'm finally getting around to burning it now, a year later. Can you believe that? So the scent notes include crisp apple, sparkling champagne, and jasmine honey. So as soon as I open the lid, I get this whiff of that apple and sparkling champagne note. I would say it is a red apple. Now, I don't drink alcohol, but I do get that bubbly champagne note on first impressions. And the best way I can describe this candle to you and what it reminds me most of, and if you're familiar with BBW and their champagne toast lineup of products, then you will know what I mean because this reminded me immediately of champagne toast. But instead of the berries and juicy tangerine note, it was swapped out with an apple note. Now, it says honey, but I don't really smell that. And if it's here, it's very faint because the bubbly champagne and apple note completely washes it out. So champagne toast is a BBW staple, and it's one of their main line products in body care that they carry all year round. And I feel that's a scent that's really hard to dislike. I think everyone mostly likes that scent. So given I find the body care to be great, I thought an apple version of this would be right up my alley. And as always, I give a candle 3 chances to impress me. My first burn is in my open space living room because that's where I'm at the most, and I needed to perform here the most. I don't have a big place, nor are my ceilings high where I think the candle could perform poorly. I always burn it for the recommended 3 to 4 hours for the first burn, and my second burn is usually around 2 to 2.5 hours. If after 2 burns in the living room fails, I'll put it in my bathroom or bedroom, which are both small by the way, and the candle will just stay there to live out the rest of its life till it dies. Obviously, the bathroom is the last resort because I have to really hate that candle for it to go there. So I knew it was a bad sign during the first burn because it took almost 4 hours to get an even wax pool. And the recommended first burn is 4 hours. It was literally getting up to the wire. I could sense the throw from a few feet away, but it was always very faint, and of course, I gave it a second chance in my living room, and once again it failed. The performance would fluctuate, sometimes it would be large flames, and sometimes itty-bitty flames. And so many times I thought it would actually distinguish itself because it was such a small flame, but I left it alone and it did pick up. And that's what happens with thin core wicks. It's always a risk on performance. So this was actually the first time where I smelled a BBW candle and I could smell the wax burning. It really smelled like the kids are drawing with crayons and they're coloring very fast, where you can smell the crayon's wax scent in the air because there's heat and friction on the paper. And I think the wax smell for this candle is largely attributed to the thin core wicks because every time I got close to the candle, like right on top of it, is where I could sense there's actually a good candle in there somewhere that is trying so hard to come out and perform, and it just can't because the thin core wicks are making this thing destined to fail. Strength and throw wise, I would say it got up to a 4 or 5 in my living room, and I'm being nice. It does have that scent of a small get together and everyone is having a sip of wine in a fancy glass. The fire against the red wraparound was nice and very relaxing as well. So finally, I just decided to pull out the big guns and have two burning at the same time, and it still failed to perform. So I finally put these in my bedroom where I thought it would perform best, and I even closed the door. And with the door closed for 2 hours, I came back and still no bam of that apple or bubbly champagne note hitting me in my face like I needed it to. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. This candle made me realize that apple scents are probably not up my alley, even though I love the way it smelled on cold. I got 3 of these on sale, so I still have 1 left to burn. I never pay full price, only sale. You know, I'm not Boo Boo the Fool. But I need to stop buying so many at once, just 1 on sale to try and backups if they perform well. And you know that last one is going to be a challenge to get through. So this brings me to my final thoughts, and this candle gets a 4 out of 10 from me in a moderate-sized living room. If you want it really strong or just to get a mid-range level, you'll need 2 burning at once in the living room or in a small bedroom just to get a decent throw. With 2 going, I would give it a 5 for strength and throw, and I would only recommend this to you if it's on sale because it has a lot of performance issues and a very weak throw. If you can find it for under $8, then I would suggest it as a one-time buy, but I would never buy this again unless BBW has a sticker label that the throw has been enhanced by 3 times. Otherwise, never again. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, feel free to share this with your friends, and let me know your thoughts down below on this candle.